It's not flag, it's not two-hand touch, it's the real deal.
There's a league going on right now.
Yeah.
A full contact tackle football league with no helmets. It's called the A7FL.
Is this what the NFL turns into? Which I'm watching right now on my computer screen.
Right. That's the league that's going to take this country by storm.
All this league needs is a TV contract.
This is the A7FL Championship live on Twitch and on 11 Sports. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Corey Hammond. And Corey, we've got two of the best, if not the best teams in the A7FL facing off for the A7FL title here today in Roselle. And the ball is up, and it is the A7FL Championship, and it's underway. Ball received inside the 5-yard line. Yusuf Britta getting near the sideline, and we'll get a moderate gain, and it will be first and 10. The ball
and they scored 50 points.
That was 49 to 34. It'll be first and 10, moderate gain, pushing the pile, and the whistle will blow, and about a 3-yard gain.
See how Al-Sayed combats that now.
Fakes the handoff, rolls off to his right. He'll go on the run here, try to get to the first down. He does, and a little more with the ball going out of play at the 40-yard line.
Not only personnel-wise, with a lot of the guys making their way either by health or by circumstance back into the lineup, but I feel like they changed over the course of the season.
Play action, whips this one across, near the sideline, caught, and then will be run out of play. Chased down by, looks like number 0, Ernest Whitney. First and 10 from the shotgun, the handoff, running right up the field, trying getting them inside the 50-yard line, getting into offensive territory.
And there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is.
And it'll be second down. The toss to the right side, trying to go upfield. That's number 5, Marquell Brown. He'll get brought back onto the other side of the 50-yard line. It'll be first down. Third down, correction. With not a lot of time, Gross launches this one deep down the field. No! That one is just a few steps away.
Green Moon back there. They better throw it out of bounds.
And Gross throws this one right down Main Street. That one will go out of play. Who is also a tight end for this team. Not a lot of time. Rolls off. Throws this one out of play. And the pressure came in fast and furious there. It'll be second down after the incomplete pass intended for Adrian Rodriguez.
That's an interesting chess match we'll see, because what the U did is they had extra athletes on the field. They sent Adrian Rodriguez, who is the only reason that Huff doesn't get a intentional grounding, and he goes out for a pass. When you send your tight end out for a pass, though, you have an extra pass rusher. So Huff just didn't have enough time to get it to the wide open Rodriguez, and we'll see how that matchup progresses as the game goes on.
And they'll bring in Air Jamaica, that's Kit Immortalz, to join them on the line, and there's McKnight and number 13, who saved the U from getting a safety there. In motion was hard body. Moving upfield now is Huffin, and Huffin and puffing upfield, getting the first down.
Bach, and then they switch sides of the field as a quick screen to Moon. Now we got to be careful, Matt. This U offense, once they get rolling, they'll use the hurry up, so we won't have much time to explain what's going on. Everybody pay attention.
34-yard line. Handoff to McKinney. McKinney will get the first down and more, and will be brought down at the 30. Hard body El Sicario assassinating the defense there to get the first down. Still only keeping 2 on the line. You can see that pressure. Quick screen, running upfield. Got a little bit on the shoulder there. That was number 4, Ski Johnson, with the reception, and he'll be taken down at midfield near the line of scrimmage. Pardon me. That flag was on the U as we try to get a little bit of clarification. In Roselle, New Jersey, Matt Ryan and Corey Hammond calling the action. 6:23 left to go, Corey. Second and 15.
And that last play was number 44, Tyler Affle, and the quick pressure got the Huff.
Snap, play action, rolls out. Will go on his feet here. Get to the 40, the 45, and be brought down.
Good coverage downfield for the Immortalz. Huff really didn't have anywhere to throw. A smart play with really not even a second thought they'll go for it here on 4th down, but picks up about 7-8 yards and makes it a manageable 4th.
At 48-yard line. Almost taken down, and Alpha with a little bit of help from number 3, that's Sean Thomas, leaping right up, almost did a Lambo leap right on to Quattrell Huffin, made the stop, and it will be 4th down.
Change of possession play. This is more like your punt style 3-on-1, where Huff will potentially throw this out of bounds, but catches.
Good bounce. That one will go inside the goal line and out of play, and that will set him up on the 20-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Woog, outside Gross and company for the Immortals.
And Woog will take the ball. Gross running right down the sideline and getting a gain of about 5, and it'll be 2nd down. One running back set in the backfield. You can see one wide receiver at the top of your screen. They'll hand it off. Cutting right towards the sideline. Big push by Riddick. And that one will be moderate gain.
And again, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Immortals. Hand off that time to Quell. Hole initially is able to squeeze through.
7, and we can take a look inside the Immortals huddle. No scoring yet. Both teams have had some solid drives, but have been stopped at the door, not really being able to progress into scoring territory. It will be 2nd and 7. One running back set in the backfield. Pumping up that line there, Corey, and here comes the pressure from the U.
Play action.
Launches this one deep. He got popped. Caught. Riddick. Touchdown, Pennsylvania.
And as they've done so often this season, Alcaya Gross just chucks it up to Matt Riddick, the MVP, back-to-back MVP, as you can see from his jersey. And the fastest man in the A7FL gets behind one of the fastest secondaries in the A7FL for the first touchdown. Look at his play action, Matt. We fool our cameraman. Gross just hanging out back there. And then nothing you could do. Puts the ball perfectly within reach.
That he is the back-to-back MVP for a reason, scoring first here in the A7FL championship game.
And in such a big stage. Now, he did this 2 seasons ago. We started off strong. But his team is going to need him to play on both sides of the ball and finish this game.
And I really wonder how Alcaya Gross feels after getting that hard hit, after throwing the ball off. You see him there.
I'll tell you what, from experience, Matt, when you throw a touchdown pass, the hit that puts you down right after you release the ball doesn't ever hurt as bad.
3 on the line, 2 wide receivers set up to the right. Gross whips this one, popped up and out of play, and they'll only get 6 on that one. Marquell Brown will throw this one off for PA. This one will take a bounce. Boone will get a hand on it. Going towards the sideline. Gets past one defender, tries to break off another. But Marquell Brown will not be denied, but great field position for the U, as it'll be 1st and 10 with 2:25 left to play in the first. From both teams from every team on offense and defense. The Immortals in 2017, they felt like they had the championship in their hands, but they would fall to the Chiefs just with a few moments left to play, and they're trying to make sure that doesn't happen again. Watch the pressure here on defense. 1st down. The handoff to McKinney. McKinney breaking through, and he'll gain about 4, as that ball will be placed near the 44-yard line, and we're getting a little chippy here on the line.
Than a lot of the guys on the U defensive line, but more importantly, if they maintain the balance and keep the Immortals honest for the run, it'll allow Huff a little bit more time back there for a pass.
McKinney set up to the right. Moon in motion. Play action to quick screen to Moon. Moon will take it. Cut one defender. That's Williams, and he'll get dragged out inside the 45, and it will be 3rd down.
It's good pursuit by the Immortals defense. Moon was actually going in motion the other way to the top of your screen, comes back to the bottom for the quick screen.
Hard to see the yard marker from where our monitor is placed, and then another moderate push, but that'll get him to just to the line of scrimmage. Play action, rolls out to his right, evades a tackler, Huff will run, he's got to keep upright, and he'll get about a gain of 2, surviving that one, trying to avoid a loss of 5 or more, and it will be 2nd down.
But he's got the playmakers out there. They're probably open down there. He's going to have to get rid of the ball.
Tipped up.
And incomplete. Now A7FL looks like he's coming.
Big pressure. He'll hold on. He'll toss this one up. Intercepted! Intercepted by Pennsylvania. A desperation move. And that's Jared Elder again.
Wow. Now, the pressure from Tyler A7FL early is what forced Huff to step up in the pocket. But they almost ran a QB spy with the Black Rhino, Gerald Bell. You see, once he steps up in the pocket, he's right into trouble, has to get rid of the ball, and this Brett Favre shovel thing he's been doing is just not effective.
And he didn't even follow the McKnight. McKnight was there to help protect him and cut into the right side, but he went to the left, went with his instincts, and it bit him. And it will be 1st down Pennsylvania.
Players in A7FL.
There's the snap. In trouble, nearly intercepted. Riddick gets the ball, and pardon me, that was
that is Riddick.
number 3.
That is Riddick. That's the other Riddick, Yusuf.
Young Riddick.
So, going back to Snag Sosa, he always steals the show, even when he's not in the state right now. Probably coming over the chat from Baltimore. But play action there from Isaiah Gross, was able to get rid of the ball. And dangerous throw, Matt. When you get a turnover from an ill-advised throw on the other team, sometimes you should learn from the other quarterback's mistake, but the Immortals get away with it, and it'll bring up second and about 8.
Look at all that pressure. Mounted up on the line by the U. The handoff. And he will get dragged to the 50.
That looks like J-Rock on the tackle.
Wow, they're loading it up. 5 set up on the line. Here comes the pressure. Caught, brought down. And that's Matt Riddick getting the ball at the 30-yard line.
When in doubt, it's really great as a quarterback to have a guy that the other team is always going to respect his speed, because then you can throw timing routes. And on a 3rd and long, your Immortals just call, hey, Matt, get to the side, get to the 1st down marker, run a stop route, I'll put it near you. He has to jump up and make an acrobatic catch, but easy conversion.
Once again with Irvin set up to his right. Irvin is open, cuts through, in trouble, taken down, and that ball will hit the dirt. And that will be 3rd down.
Now, you can't see it featured on that replay, but great coverage downfield from the U forces Gross to look to his 2nd, then 3rd, then back to his 2nd option. Really not an immense amount of pressure, good blocking from the Immortals, but that's the textbook definition of a coverage sack by the U.
2nd and 10. With time, launches this one deep, intended for Riddick, no! That one is just a bit to the right, just a bit outside, and it will be 3rd down for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania looking to get back on the board, up by 6, in trouble, picked up by young Riddick. Riddick trying to make the most of it, but chased down by Ernest Wingate. It'll be 4th down.
Oh, 4th down, excuse me.
We're in 4-down territory. In trouble, he'll just go for it, keeps it, and may have gotten the 1st down on that one.
Yeah, it'll definitely be close, and heads-up play by Isaiah Gross there. Immortals here with another 1st down.
And here comes the pressure. Chasing him down is Jarris Rogers. Rogers going after him. Gross big block to the side.
And Matt, I didn't even know who got hit. I thought Gross got hit, but that was a block on J-Rock from the Immortals. Now we'll see what the call is as Woog looks to the refs after that easy touchdown scamper.
I don't think they're going to give him the 6 on that one. That one might be a penalty after the devastating.
We're looking at the replay. It's close to a clip, and we'll see what they call. Obviously, it looks like the Immortals are upset with that call, meaning that it would most likely be a clipping. A savage hit. When it happened in real time, I wasn't even sure who it was that got hit. Great pivot from Woog. That's that textbook play, even though he almost falls down himself, but he has enough athleticism to get past J-Rock, and you'll see late here.
Right there, blindside.
And that's Charles Irvin, who's a running back by trade, but a hitman on the side. And
there's the snap. A lot of time, launches this one deep downfield, caught! Touchdown, Pennsylvania! Yusef Riddick lights the lamp and makes it fancy. The judges give him 10 across the board, 12-0 Pennsylvania.
And you see on both of the touchdown throws so far in this game, the guy going downfield has beaten the double coverage. Both of these guys, both Riddicks, have elite speed. Both beat double coverage on posts for touchdowns.
There's a snap. Goes behind the back. He catches it, and they get the 2 points. Going behind the back, making it look like NFL Street. Can't add style points, but Edwin Diaz-Rivera, the one-hand bandit, making the catch, making this 14-0 Pennsylvania.
And a little disrespect on the extra point. Let's look at the replay here. Gross has done this a lot of times in his career, but never at this high a profile situation. Perfectly placed behind the back throw. And look, most of the guys in this league couldn't have put the ball on the money like that regularly. When I told you he brought his A+ arm, that's his A++ effort. But Edwin Diaz is the one-handed bandit.
And this one will be thrown deep. It is the 3-on-1 play. And now Kareem Moon looking to get the U back into position here. And we'll run that one to the sideline. Will be ruled out around the 35. Score 14-0. And now Huff gonna run this one. He gets the ball knocked out of his hand, but it will be Paterson ball.
Yeah. Almost the zone read style quarterback run play as it gets a little heated on the sideline. And like I was mentioned before, this is almost a super team that you put together of a bunch of teams. You will see the replay. Quell Brown just rips the ball out. Huff, a little lazy to get to the sideline. Lucky he was able to actually get all the way out of bounds. And
2 running backs set. There's the handoff. Play action, throws this one. This one's launched deep and out of play. Intended for number 19, Joel Rivera. And there's Darryl Hard Luck. He'll get the ball off a toss. We'll cut through, get back into offensive territory.
Darryl Luck has not touched the ball once this game.
There's the pass. Launches this one deep. Downfield. Tipped up and intended for Big Smoke. He couldn't get the catch. It'll be 3rd down after a heads-up defensive play by Pennsylvania.
Not a lot of plays in the playbook, but they have to convert here.
Rolls out to his right, launches this one. And that one will also be incomplete, intended for number 21, McKinney.
Early on in this game, that the U's getting any kind of rhythm offensively. Early on in their first drive, it seemed like the hurry-up was able to get them some mismatches. But since then, Huff has not been able to find open receivers down the field, even though he's had opportunities.
1st and 10. Play action, immediately in trouble. Lobs this one, gets it downfield. That's to Irvin. Irvin down the sideline, has nothing but the field in front of him, but brought down by DeBray Tavares.
Now, we've talked a lot about Matt Riddick as a playmaker in this game so far. Let's give him some credit for effort. He had the block downfield that probably sprung Irvin for about an extra 15, 20 yards. Good just awareness from Gross there. Just get the ball to a man in open field space, and he has plenty of space in front of him. But check out Matt Riddick downfield. Maybe a hold there. We won't call it. Ryan DePaul, our commissioner, hates that. But an additional 20 yards as the playmaker turns in the blocker, and Irvin able to convert a dump pass into a huge play for the Immortals. Well, I'd say and a handoff to that's I think Jaron Elder maybe. Yeah, Buda Bless. Obviously these skill position players for the Immortals are playing great, but the offensive line for the Immortals is stopping the defensive pass rush from the U. And like I said, from first-hand experience, I know how tall of a feat that is.
But they are inside the 20, inside the 30-yard line, pardon me. Fakes the screen. Gross in trouble. He'll run. He'll throw this to the end zone. Caught by Riddick. Touchdown, Pennsylvania. Turning trash into gold on that one. The play in the pocket completely fell apart. But Matt Riddick making it 20-0 as the U continue to be pushed against the wall. Yeah,
you saw the time back there. Now Gross had to create a little bit of time for himself. But and we'll see what the call is holding. That's why there's so much time, Matt. As another touchdown. Wait till you see what's on the Twitch chat with the conspiracy theorists here.
Throw that ball. It's because of all the friendly jersey checking, and there's the toss. Over to 92. He'll get near the sideline, and that is Justin Anthony with the reception.
And his nickname is Juice, and when we talk about a juice, we're not just talking about like your Mott's apple juice. This is a thick, almost smoothie juice we're talking about here. And I mentioned before, he doesn't get a lot of play, but they call a tight end screen with third and forever. Has some open field in front of him, but he wants to cut it back. He's seen it so many times. His teammates do it, that he wants to cut it back to the middle of the field. And well, if he ran upfield at any point, he might have got more yards than he did. So you see his path was that diagonal path towards the sideline, as so many of us who don't want to get hit want to do.
Ball will be snapped at the 39. Gross under center, 4 on the line. End of our first half, and this one will be launched. And he'll corner throw this one. That one will go out of bounds.
That feeds right into the Immortalz game plan.
Rolling out to his right, Huffin in trouble in his own end zone. Leaps and throws this one, picked up by Kareem Moon. Moon catches it out of the air at the 40 to 35, brought down inside the 30. Kareem Moon stopping a turnover and giving the U a shot to keep fighting here in the first half. First down, Paterson.
Now, I don't even know what to talk about first on that play. First was the pass rush from the Immortalz, which now the U is going to hurry it up, and we're not even going to be able to appreciate that last play. Timeout from the Immortalz, looks like, as they try to slow down this offense. But if you look at the great play, wow, we missed it there, the catch from Moon, but it all started with that quick pass rush from the Immortalz.
So it'll be first down again, empty backfield. Not a lot of time. Huffin rolls out to his right. Whips this one downfield, intended for number 0. Running backs, empty backfield. That was number 2, Adrian Rodriguez. Setting up in the slot. Not a lot of time. Creates some space. In trouble. Whips this one downfield. Caught!
Now, what is the call going to be? Because
Rodriguez is down. He hit the turf hard.
Yeah, Marquell Brown made a play on that after Rodriguez hit the ground, so I'm not sure how they're going to call this one.
Let's take a look here.
Great protection from the U offensive line. Anybody could throw a ball eventually with that much time. Find somebody downfield, wide open. Adrian Rodriguez is.
He catches it, brings it down, has it all the way, and then it's ripped out of his hands by number 5.
Now the tie usually will go to the receiver after the facts play. You see great amount of time, perfect pocket.
But watch the right side of your screen, Tyler Alpha and Huffin, just knowing he's there, launches this one deep. He's caught, he's brought down, he had the ball, but I don't know if it's a touchdown.
Yards out.
There's
Huff drops back.
And he's just gonna run it. He'll get to around the 10-yard line. And it looks like he'll get the first down and more, and he'll go out of bounds and save himself a little bit of time on the clock. 21. And there's Joel Rivera bringing out some heavy hitters there. Kareem Moon. McKinney will go to the line.
Now it's interesting from the U, you see number 4 and number 21. Those are more, they're in at linemen really. And they're more skill position players because of the elite speed from the Immortalz.
Whips this one into the end zone, and that will go out of play. Nearly hitting the DJ Isaac.
And then you can set the tone, and then the play action is there like we saw last week.
The ball's up, and it's got to clear the 25-yard line. It does, and here comes Kareem Moon. Moon trying to break past one defender, is unable to. And that was number 3 on the stop. That is Yusuf Riddick.
It's D-Train in the backfield. Moon in motion. Pitch to D-Train. Has some open space.
And a D-Train!
And that's the first time I've ever seen one man take down the D-Train, but that one man is the Black Rhino himself. Gerald Bell is, and I know this again from firsthand experience, a monster out there.
The running of the Bulls was last week in Pamplona, Spain, and it might be happening again, a running of the Rhino. Kareem Moon getting the ball off the toss. Quick little screen there to matriculate the ball into Pennsylvania territory, and it will be, I believe, first down.
A lot of teams have their guy on their squad that's been with them from the beginning, and it almost becomes the heart and soul of their team. That's Kareem Moon, and facing a personal tragedy earlier this year, losing his mother, this team definitely came around him, was his family. And a lot of times the way that Moon goes is the way that U goes. And other than that big play, which Yusuf Reddick was able to catch him, as we see a play action.
Rolls out to his right, 13-0 your score. Hands it off to McKinney on the toss. Quick screen to Marcus McKinney and El Sicario. Unable to make some traction. 64% to 36% in our poll. And there's the quick throw. Caught! And that will be received by number 19, Joel Rivera. Rivera getting the first down as the U continue to try to matriculate the ball downfield, as Hank Stram used to say.
Let's see if it works.
Quick toss. That's to Moon again. Trying to cut through. Finds a way through. And will be taking down near the 25-yard line.
Two running backs in the backfield.
Handoff. Nope, that's Quattro Huffman trying to move it upfield. He'll gain about a yard.
Loses the headgear.
There's the snap, rolling out to his right. In pressure. That's caught along the sideline.
That's Moon again. Moon getting fired up after the first down reception.
And number 32, the D-train, Daquan Williams to his left. He'll roll out to his left. Play action. In trouble. Throws that one opposite-handed. Threw that left-handed. And onto the ground. And it will be second down for Paterson. Traditional formation with the with the D-train acting as a fullback, and that handoff to Luck.
Looked like a fumble.
And it looks like Pennsylvania came away with it, and they did. Turnover, and the U tripping over themselves like Sideshow Bob hitting the rake. All you can go is and turn the ball over as the U continue to be in trouble here in the A7FL Championship.
When he goes for the cutback, he leaves the ball out a little bit. It's stripped, and then the Mortals just want it more. As I think the U came into this game arrogant, as if they were the team of destiny.
And under pressure, taken down. A sea of green, a wave of mutilation coming down on Alcaya Gross, and it's a huge sack for the U, and it'll be second down.
And if the U is going to come back in this game, they're going to need this from their defensive line. They've been dominant all season long, and what you see is quick pressure. The play action does not work. Mo's the first guy in on him. He has to get away from him, but then 2 men, 3 men are there for the sack, and it'll force the second and long for the Immortals. I believe, Matt, that's the first sack of today's game, which is which is a bad omen if this defensive line is allowing Alcaya Gross enough time to continue to complete passes. But with a change of possession on the turnover, the UD has to stand up big here.
It'll be second down after the sack and empty backfield. 3 on the line for Pennsylvania. And here comes the pocket coming down again, collapsing around him. Number 10 with a huge sack there. And the U answering the call on defense after the fumble, proving that they belong here in the championship.
Yeah, it's Stephen Knight. He's a longtime A7FL veteran, originally started with the Rebels, eventually making his way to the U. And you see he's huge, but also very athletic. He's played running back and wide receiver in this league at times. Coming off the edge, adding a couple of LBs with some weightlifting.
Either way, the U have dominated, and they're trying to bring a little bit of that magic back here in the third quarter. Gross cuts past Ramadamba, taken down from behind. Ball knocked loose, but that one once again, number 10. Leaving Maxwell Silverhammer upon the head of Alcaya Gross. This game is brought to you by Tim Tam, Recovery for All. For more information on how you can recover the same way the A7FL players do every Sunday night, go to timtam.tech. Tim Tam, Recovery for All.
And just to give credit, Keith Morrison on the chat, Super Best Friends is correct. SBF from the South Park episode with the same name.
High-level teammate. And we see 2 running backs. That's McKinney and the D-train. Play action, rolls to his right. Not a lot of time. This one's sent deep, almost caught. And number 19, Joel Rivera, looking for a flag, trying to see some pass interference, but nothing doing. It'll be second down. There's the handoff to McKinney. McKinney will run near the sideline and try to withstand the pressure.
As Huff drops back.
He's in a world of trouble. He needs to get rid of this ball. Finding a way to stay upright. Cuts through the defender, but gets tossed down behind the line of scrimmage. And it will be 4th down for Paterson.
Is there to clean it up, and Tyler Appa has been, if not one of the best defensive linemen in this game. I just saw Olay Bell from the Savage on the sideline. That would be maybe the only guy, in my opinion, that has had such an impact on his team. But you see there, he's coming from the left defensive end position, and he's making the sack behind the line of scrimmage on the other opposite sideline, the right sideline for his defense.
And was sticking with him stride for stride. And Yusuf Riddick will take the 3-on-1 here, as Ernest Wingate will join the defensive unit on special teams. And much like a punt, this ball could be thrown out of bounds to try to give them better positioning and make sure anyone with the last name Riddick does not get the ball. And that one will be launched deep. It is returnable inside the 15. And a very solid return for Pennsylvania, as they will get the ball back with under 5 minutes to play, 13-0, having the lead over Paterson. The handoff, right side, trying to push the pile, will get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard. Risk assessment right now is protect the lead, make sure the U doesn't get them on their heels. And they're in trouble here. And that one's picked up, reception. Yusuf Riddick breaking off. He's got nothing but the grass in front of him. Inside the 5, touchdown Pennsylvania. Yusuf Riddick making me eat my words. Who needs the Philly shell with a PA knockout?
And what a great catch. Now, Gross has time in the pocket, finds the crossing route. Yusuf Riddick catches the ball on his shoelaces, stops on a dime, turns the opposite field, and then puts on the afterburners. We talked about how fast Matt Riddick is. It's almost overshadows how fast Young is. As you see, clean pocket. Gross is able to step up, find the crossing route.
Right there, and that was a low ball. And you see here the beautiful spin move, hitting that B button, hitting that circle button, and cutting right to the sideline.
That lead stretches it out to 19 points for the Immortals.
If you have 2 people with the last name Riddick on your roster sheet, you've got a good shot. And the Immortals are making the U seem human here after they dominated and decimated all competition except the PA Immortals. They would go on an 8-game winning streak throughout the regular season and the playoffs. And here they will go for an extra point, going for 2, and that one will not land, and it will go out of play.
He's obviously been deft at sliding in the pocket and giving himself a little bit more time, but if there's an MVP for this game, it's the O-line for the Immortals so far.
That was Yusuf Riddick with the touchdown. Moon going near the sideline, trying to stay upright. He does. Moon trying to answer back, but will not be able to push through the pile, and will be called down inside the 35, placing it around the 37.
Jaquel Brown and the Black Rhino, Gerald Bell, breathing down your neck.
And we'll see the D-Train and Darryl Luck return as running backs, as Quattro Huffin will stay under center. Toss back, whips this one downfield, caught, running down the sideline, and that's Darryl Luck with the huge reception as the U try to hit a huge counter punch as the hurry-up offense runs down to the 39-yard line. Correction, 41-yard line.
Yeah, they go with the flea flicker. Quick yardage as they look to hurry up.
Rolls out.
Gives to D-Train.
And the D-Train won't get far. Will be stopped in the station, and it will be 2nd down for Paterson. That's Quattro Huffin, 2 wide receivers. Quick screen. That's over to Kareem Moon, and Moon will get shoved out hard inside the 35-yard line. Ball placed on the 39 again. Well, it's a replay of the screen.
No, that's a new play.
Well, could have fooled me.
Well, they're getting pretty vanilla on offense, and especially with this hurry up. The problem has been that's been really the only play that they've called. Now they've gotten 4 yards, so that's not a bad pickup. But I want to see a quick screen and go off of that. Could be their first quick score of the game. Hurry up again.
50 backfield. There's the toss off the snap, cutting up field, and the inherent drive of the Paterson U. There's the handoff to Darryl Luck. He'll cut up the sideline, try to get back to the yard marker. Try to get, move the ball downfield, and it looks like it will be first down for Paterson.
The Immortalz in the Final Four last week. Let's see what the U has as an answer here. As Luck on the carry.
Gets inside the 5, hard running from Darryl Hard Luck. And it will be second down, the second and goal for the U.
Well, they've been in scoring position earlier in this game. It's not like they haven't been here and this is their first opportunity, but this is do or die time. They got to get this ball in the end zone right now and put a little bit more pressure on the Immortalz, obviously, but if they don't score here, the Immortalz can basically go into a shell and just drain the clock. So it'll be first and goal for the U.
It'll be second and goal.
Second and goal, excuse me.
And this is, this is what the U need to have shown all season long. They've been the dominant aggressors of the A7FL, especially on our broadcast. The handoff to Luck. Luck will push. Luck will persist. Luck will get in. Touchdown, Paterson!
And the U fight for that one. They had to earn that one, and Darryl Luck able to punch it in, literally. And he'll get the first 6 on the board. Probably see Moon coming in here at quarterback for the extra point. And as the fourth quarter starts here, we get back to a 2-score game. That's reasonable. And for guys like Wolverine, who called this game over, either a turnover or a 3 and out from the Immortalz, and the U could get right back in this one with a high-scoring offense themselves. You see the replay there. 3 Immortalz defend 4. Had a chance to bring Luck down. Not able to stop the dreaded running back, and he's in there for the score.
In for special teams and have not given him a try under center during the actual drive. The quick toss to McKinney. McKinney will cut, go around, try to move forward, stuck in traction, cannot get ahead, and will fall far short of the end zone. But that's the thing, these guys are athletes all the same. They've shown great athleticism on the line all day long. As Yusuf Reddick, an amazing athlete in his own right, will get the ball in the 3-on-1. Cuts through one defender, but Kareem Moon will hold on. Holding on to that like a long-lost lover trying to maintain a relationship, and he'll be brought down around the 21. A 2-score game.
Got Gerald Bell in the backfield.
There's the quick handoff, trying to run it upfield, stuck in traffic and brought down after a moderate gain. It'll be second down.
They bring in the defensive lineman at fullback in what many would see as the jumbo formation, and there's a lot of beef out there for the Immortalz. But when you clog up the field with extra big guys, you'd think that would open up holes, but at least on that play, nothing for Charles Irvin. As the Immortalz, if they get away from the pass and they try to run the ball too much here, I think that's against what they should be doing. They've been able to score 3 touchdowns by throwing the ball to their Riddick brothers, even though no relation, in the open field. But with the clock ticking down, they're going to play the keep-away game a little bit, again with the Black Rhino in the backfield at fullback.
Ball set up on the 29. There's the handoff. Pushing hard upfield. Ball's knocked loose, and Paterson looks like they came away with it. After not being able to score that extra point, being down 19-6, Paterson may have been given a big gift here in the 4th.
You and I both love the fat guy ball carrying situation, but this is why you don't do it. You give the ball to a defensive end, defensive lineman, and he is not going to be brought down. He's going to fight for yardage. But he leaves the ball out there, just not used to doing that. Ball jumps out of his hands, and then you see the U with their chance for the victory. It looks like Steve McKnight with the big play there, jumping on the ball. And the turnover, although there's a skirmish on the field, as both teams have a pretty good idea of who has the ball. But with this little second that we have, we're going to pull up one of the reasons why these 2 teams are so contentious here. This is in 2016 when the U eventually went to win the championship. This is the last play of the game. The U down with no time left on the clock. And the only chance for them to win this playoff game in the Final Four was for Kareem Moon here in the green to be able to return it back for a touchdown. And as you can see,
and just amazing skill right there. Great field presence, great eye.
And that's Woog on the missed tackle. And look, this is a walk-off play. Still, and with his ripped hamstring at the end of the play, that's where a lot of this extra animosity comes from. These teams have a long storied history.
And they will keep the ball with Paterson. Correction, PA will have the ball.
Well, I guess after all of the protests, they get the ball back. Good job.
Complain, complain, complain. It's the Twitter call, and it will be a handoff, and that ball will be stopped and stuffed. And forward progress. Looking to set this one off, and there's the snap. Not a lot of pressure, not a lot of time. Pocket collapses, and that one will go to the bench and complete. And looking to make a stop here. The snap. Play action, rolls out to his left. Big push downfield. This could be something big here. Getting into Jersey territory, and it will be first down, Pennsylvania. Ball in the 44. One running back set behind the quarterback. He'll get the ball up the handoff, and it'll gain another yard or so, and that was Irvin on the carry.
The U only down 2 scores.
Under 11 minutes to play. Play action. Ramadan chased him down. That pass seemed to be complete. The 40. For number 13, Alcaya Gross. Gross tosses to us one quick. Big catch, big play. First down and more. Reception by number 3, Yusuf Reddick.
If you've paid attention to our A7FL broadcast about how the U have these big-time additions to their roster, little has been said about Yusuf Reddick, who is an MVP candidate in his own right, a former champion for the A-team a while back, and he was a new addition to this Immortalz team, and at least so far in the championship game especially, might be the difference here.
Irvin gets the ball quick off a quick screen off this in the slot. Tosses this one back, pushing it upfield to Gross, but won't get much further. Will get around to near the 25, and Irvin looks hurt.
You know, they avoided earlier in the drive.
Under 10 minutes to play here in our 4th quarter. Quick pass to the outside. Similar screen type of play. Nothing going on that one, and it will be second down. And number 7, that is Jaron Elder, set up to the left of Alcaya Gross. He'll toss it to Elder. This one intercepted by Paterson. Paterson intercepted. That's to Bray Tavares. Tavares gets the ball knocked out, but it looks like Paterson will maintain.
And as I praise the quarterback, he turns the ball over. And let's see who has the ball here. I think there's no question about it. Turnover for the U. DeBray Tavares, which has been eaten up a couple of times on this drive, one of the best corners in the A7FL, one of the league leaders in interceptions so far this year, identifies the swing pass and is just there. Bad decision from Alcaya Gross, the first one all day in my opinion, and that's going to put the U right back in this game and in position to make this a 1-score game with the playmakers they have all over their side of the field.
With 4:49 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Down 19-6. Time in the pocket. Launches this one deep downfield. Caught! Goes towards the end zone. Number 19, Joel Rivera. Cannot get. Does he get the touchdown?
Doesn't score, but brings it inside the 5-yard line. And just like that, the team that people have been counting out this entire game because the Immortalz have been so dominant, you give Quattro Huffman some time in the pocket, puts a dime on Joel Rivera, and he's able to get it inside the 5-yard line. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially a ball game.
We've got ourselves a ball game. Getting to the 1-yard line after a massive fumble recovery, massive interception.
And in less than 30 seconds, Matt, we went from coronating almost, talking about who's going to win the MVP, for the Immortals, and now we're within 1 yard of a potential.
And there's 4.5 minutes left to play. There's still a lot of football left. They just got to get on the board. You see the D train back there. The pressure on the line. And that is Kareem Moon under center.
Well, he is the running threat, and he could go.
And hands it in to the D train. Runs it right into the station to Quan Williams. Getting the touchdown. It's 12-19 Pennsylvania.
And now, with no kicker, no soccer in this game of football, as we wait for the official word of what this is, if it is a score, then we go to the 1 or 2 point conversion for the U. And when there's no automatic 1 point by sending a European soccer player out there, you got to punch it in. And with the Immortals, and that's why we continue to correct that mistake that was made. It was 13-0, not 14-0, because these extra points are going to loom huge as this game gets even closer.
Making all but, it's only been 1 extra point made so far today, and your score 19-12. So officially a 1-score game. A whistle's blown, and we'll probably be moving back 5 yards.
And they officially called for it for a 1-pointer, so even if they do have to go for it from the 10, they'll only get the 1 point on the conversion. This will be huge, because if the U do not make it this time, they'd have to convert it if they do get the tying touchdown. But if they do get it on this time, if they do score that tying touchdown, they have the opportunity to take the lead.
With under 4.5 minutes left to play, it is 19-12. After the penalty, the Paterson U will go for 1 point from the 10-yard line, moving back 5 yards. Play action. Not a lot of time. Moves out of the way. Caught. In there. Calls on. 1 point for Paterson. Tyler Affa could not get the sack. And Marcus McKinney grabs that ball, brings it down, and makes it 19-13.
McKinney almost lost it on that one when he was going in the end zone. Had to secure the ball and make sure that they didn't call an incomplete pass. But if you thought this game was over, ladies and gentlemen, it's far from it. With less than 4 minutes left in our A7FL championship, the U get back within 6. 13 against the Immortals, who've been dominating this game, but maybe in trouble here with only 19 points.
The A7FL Championship is brought to you by Tim Tam, Recovery for All. If either you make a game-breaking play on the field or in the boardroom, Tim Tam is the modern recovery tool for all walks of life. Be sure to go to timtam.tech and learn more about Tim Tam, Recovery for All. And here we go.
Here's Riddick on the return.
Matt Riddick looking to break this open and make sure the ghosts of a few years ago do not haunt him, but he's brought down inside the 20. That ball will be marked around the 16-yard line. Fakes the throw, he runs with it, pushing the pile, and will get to about the 25-yard line. And it looks as time continues to wind down, and we'll get an official time check for you in just a moment. We are under 3 minutes, I do believe, left to go. Our clock was lost internally, and we have lost communication, so we are working on trying to get a consistent clock for you. 2 minutes and 17 seconds this play should take us to the 2-minute warning. Pressure immediately. He'll run with it. He'll get to the 50, the first down, and the Immortalz on the 50-yard line. Watch the pressure from the line. Looking to collapse, and here it comes, rolling out to his left. There's a flag on the play. That'll be against Pennsylvania, and the U with a big stop here. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the final game of the season. Alcaya Gross, empty backfield, in trouble, will be brought down.
They need to call timeout here.
And they call timeout. Air Jamaica, Kit Pommels will call timeout. We'll take a look again on the replay. Watch the right side. Completely blows past the blocker, who was a tight end. I believe that was number 7, Jaron Elder.
Yeah, looking for the ball and not making the block. Steve Knight, excuse me, who's had a great game defensively. He's been all over Gross on plays here and there, but in general, this offensive line for the Immortals has done the job, but the U ramping up the defensive pressure, trying to get the ball back here with not much time left on the clock.
It'll be second down. After the timeout. Fakes the screen. He'll run, in trouble again, being chased down by McKinney, and will be pushed out of bounds at the 41.
And we'll see what the flag is. Momentum's all on the side of you as once we get back to play 3rd and long.
In trouble. Runs with this one, trying to get the first down, brought down at the 40.
And that's going to be really close to a first down. I think he got it. So it'll be 4th down.
And no penalty. In trouble, thrown, caught, picked up by Yusuf Reddick. Reddick going to the end zone, touchdown Pennsylvania. Yusuf Reddick on 4th and 1 has all but guaranteed the Pennsylvania Immortalz getting over the hump and becoming A7FL champions.
And the brand new Immortal this year, coming over from the Diamond Dynasty, has scored his 3rd and probably the ceiling touchdown in today's championship game on 4th and 3. Season on the line. Alsea Gross almost has a broken play here, and once the pressure comes in, steps, puts the ball in just in the reach of Riddick, who catches again on his on his shoelaces, and then has the speed to convert the catch into a touchdown. In the background, you can hear All I Can Do Is Win, the DJ Khaled song. And so far this year, the Immortalz, all they've done is win the championship, it looks like, with only a minute left in the game. It would be their first ever, Matt. Let's see if Wood goes behind the back again.
Runs through, goes behind the back, right to him, and that will be more points, making this game out of reach.
Well, you could to win this championship.
Down 13, 26-13. Catches this one, and it is Kareem Moon. Moon cuts left, goes up the sideline, and will not make history. Will be dragged out inside the 35.
There's a lot more prayers being said than called plays in the huddle.
Making their deals with whomever their being is. Pocket collapsing. Huffin's going to have to get on his bicycle. We'll get to the 50, try to drag ahead, and will be brought down inside the 45, and it will be a first down with time running down for Paterson.
But the level of intensity is just not there right now.
Whips this one to the sideline, picked up.
It keeps him in bounds. Clock will continue to move as Ernest Wingate makes the catch.
Paterson looking to battle back here. Quattrell Huffin inside the 20, inside the 15. He will not be denied. He will bring it into the end zone. Touchdown Paterson, but there might have been a flag on the play.
Well, step one to this miracle has happened. You got to score somehow. And we'll see what the official call is, as it looks like the touchdown will stand. Great play by Huff. A 40-yard run on the play, and look, if your quarterback can do this for you, you know you got a good offensive squad. I don't know how he confused the Immortalz defense. It's almost like they gave up on that play.
They might have just wanted the ball back, might have just conceded it so they can run out the clock.
Well, with the score now 19-26, because even though this game seems to be over, it's not over yet, as the ball is high in the air with Kareem Moon.
Yusuf Reddick will call for a fair catch.
And that should do it. We entered this 4th quarter. The Immortalz up 19-0. As Alsea Gross raises his hands in victory for the first time, the Immortalz from Pennsylvania ever. The second time a Pennsylvania team has won the A7FL championship. The first time for 2-time MVP Matt Riddick to win his first ever championship. And now, after 5 seasons of almosts, the Pennsylvania Immortalz can call themselves champions.
It has been a journey throughout the 2019 season. battling through some of the toughest teams that the A7FL can muster. Traveling to New Jersey last week as the 2 seed to play against the Savage. This team fought hard. They found a way to maintain composure, maintain control, and more than anything, become champions. Corey, it has been an honor to call these games with you this season. It has been an honor to be a part of the A7FL, and it is an honor to say that Matt Riddick, 5 years after making that initial promise, will finally hold the A7FL trophy and cement a legacy for him and the PA Immortalz as one of the greatest teams in league history.
This has been a broadcast of the American Sevens Football League. Like, follow, and share on our Facebook page at A7FL TV.